Hello, dear children. This is our second practice for today. It's a new subject. We are going to see about a scratch. What is a scratch? So we're going to go to our Google and search a scratch. Scratch is an application when you can start programming something and create your own games, stories, etc., etc., etc. So I want you to go to Google, search Scratch, and click in the first link that you have. Then we're going to create an account. How do we do this? We're going to click in Join Scratch, and then you have to create a user game. For example, I'm going to use part of my name and let's see, something like this. Okay, and then you create a password. The password is something that you have to remember. So make sure you write the password in another document, in a notebook, in a piece of paper, somewhere that you can remember the password you're going to use here. So I'm going to create this password. Okay. If you don't want to show the password, you click in here. So I'm going to click in that. Then I'm going to create this one. Okay. Make sure your password is the same. Okay. Once you have that, you can save your password. Myself, I'm not going to do it. But you have to save your password so you can remember once you open a Scratch again. We're going to select our country. So we're going to use the arrow. We're going to select our country, the month that you were born, and the year. Okay. And then what's your gender? And this is an important thing. The email you're going to choose is the Interamericano mail. So I'm going to put in here my Interamericano mail. And then I click in create your account. Once you click in that, you have to create your account. Okay, so once you are inside your account, we are going to go to create. Okay, so in that case, you're going to create a new project. What do we have here? We have our programming code canvas. It's in here. In here, you have to choose the code you're going to create for this character. In this case, the character is called sprite to do something. But first thing, what we have in here? We have the blocks of code for the actions the sprite is going to do. These codes are divided in different categories. The motion codes, the appearance codes, the sound codes, events, control, sensor, operators, variables, and blocks that you created. The motion blocks are the ones that has to do on how the movement of the character is going to be. The look is how this is going to look, the appearance of the sprite. The sound, you can add sounds for this sprite or the character. The events, something that is going to arrange the things that is going to happen. Control is for the loops or things that are going to repeat itself. Sensors, if you want to ask if the character touches anything or anyone. Operator is when you are going to choose the position of the character variables in case you create a new variable so you can create, I don't know, a score or something. Then we have the canvas. This is the canvas. And in here you have any place where you can choose the code for the sprite. In this case, the cat. We have our settings. You can change the color. You can change the language. We have the file part when you can create a new project. You can save this project. You can edit this one. And also the name of our project. We're going to change to review. Okay, review. And some tutorials if you want to see them. Save now. If you are not don't want to go to this, you can save the project in here. Okay, so everything is changed. And the most important thing that we're going to see is the backdrop. What is a backdrop? It's something like a background for the screen where the sprite or the character is going to interact. Okay, so we're going to choose a backdrop, for example, basketball. Okay, and then what I want to do it here is the logic of the project or the program. Also, in here, I can create something. You can add another character in here, for example, a dog, okay, another animal. And then you have different categories, so you can see different parts, sports, food, etc. In this case, this is a dog, okay? And then you have different parts of here. You can change the name of every character. For example, I'm going to change this. I'm going to choose cat, dog. I'm going to change this one. Also, if you want to see or not see the character, if you want to move the character in position, if look at this, every time that I move the character, is going to move from position. Remember, the X position is how the character moves horizontally, and the Y position is how the character moves in a vertical movement. As you can see, only the Y character is moving. And the direction, this is an important thing. If you don't change this part, your character has a movement like this. Okay, so make sure every time that the character is in 90 degrees of direction, and then also click in the second button because that means your character is going to move from left to right and not do a turn in, I don't know, for example, 15 degrees or something like that. Make sure your other character has that same direction that he's going to move from left to right. Okay, what I want to do here, I want to see the movement of these characters. So, when we are talking about movements, we're going to go to the motion part. And look at this. When I click in here and put the first block, and here I have a image of the character I'm going to change the code or I'm going to add the code because I click in the dog. But what if I click the cat? I don't have anything because in this case I didn't choose any block. So I'm going to choose the same block. And then what if I want to see the movement of the characters? What is going to happen? I have to click in the green flag that we have in this case. The green flag is for the movement or the characters to do something. And the stop sign is for the program to stop everything. So this is for running the program, and then this is for stopping. So I'm clicking the green flag and nothing happens. How does that mean? That means we don't have any event. What is an event? Is something that starts a movement. So in this case, we have the event when the green flag is clicked. So when every time that I click the green flag, the character is moving 10 steps. But why only the cat is moving? It's because only the cat has this event. What if I click the dog? The dog doesn't have this event, so I'm going to add the event when the green flag is clicked. So I'm going to click in there, and that's it. So the characters are moving. Okay, what else? The other thing that I want to see is that the characters go to the edge of the screen and then come back to the other side. How do we do this? We're going to make them move in a repeating motion. So I don't click the green flag every time. So the dog is moving 10 times or 10 steps 10 times. And what is happening? The dog is touching the edge of the screen and is not turning back. So I have to make a question. And if we have a question, we're going to use a conditional. What is a conditional? Is when something has to happen in order for other things to happen. So in that case, I'm asking if the dust touches the edge. So when we are asking about touch, that means we have to use sensors. Okay, sensors. So the sensing part. So we're going to ask if the dog touches the edge of the screen, then what is going to happen? He's going to go to the other side. So he's going to move again. Then we're going to the motion part, and we're going to use this block. If an edge bounds. Okay, let's practice that. Okay, so he's moving and then he is moving to the other edge. But what I want to do is for the cat to do the same. So I have to add the same code to the cat. So now we know what we have to here is we have to make him repeat the steps, and we have to ask if he touches the edge, and then he's going to bounce. So we're going to the control part. We're going to use the loop. The loop is when you repeat something. You are going to repeat this part 10 times. And then we ask if the cat is touching the edge, touching the edge, and then he's going to bounce if on the edge. Okay, let's run the program. Okay, so they're walking. Okay, good. They are doing in the same at the same time. So we can move them so we can see how they are moving. Great job. And for the final part, remember I told you that we can make sounds. What if I want the cat to make a sound every time that he touches the edge? And what if I want the dog to do the sound too? So we're going to go to the sounds blocks, and we're going to use the star sound dog one. So every time that he touches the edge, he's going to make a sound. Okay. Okay. So he make the sound. And then we're going to do the same for the cat. Okay. He's going to meow. Okay. Let's practice this. Okay. Good. So now we have every logic that we have to create in this program. How's that? It was fun, right? In this case, what I want you to do is to practice with every block that you have in here so you can see how can you do it or what can you do with them. Let's see what can you make. Okay, so the final part for you to do is to share this project with me so I can see that you did the practice. How do we do this? Is we're going to click in share, click in copy link, and then we're going to copy this link. And this link you are going to send it to me by mail. So I want you to go to your mail. Oh, sorry. Can open my mail. Okay. I want you to go to your mail, send it to me, review or scratch practice, sorry, scratch practice, and paste this link that you already copied. So you can send it to me, or you can send also, write a little message. Hello, Miss. This is my scratch practice. Okay. And then you click in send. And that was all for our project today. How was that? And if you want to see it again, you can click see inside and then you can see. And then the project is shared. Don't forget to always save the document, save now, so you have your project saved. And that's all for our practice today. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to keep practicing this amazing application where you can create everything that is inside your imagination. And let's see in another class. Bye bye.